Welcome to our grand adventure. You'll be stepping into the shoes of none other than Guy Fawkes, a human rogue, bearing the storied background of a noble who walks the aligned path of chaotic good. From your tangled brown hair down to your cloak-clad athletic frame, you are the embodiment of calculated daring. Your natural charm may not be the strongest, but your agility, intelligence, and stealth more than compensate for it. A pocket full of matches is your only material possession, but your innate proficiencies in deception and stealth are your true assets. This tale is one of high stakes and suspense, a daring plot to upset the order. Are you ready to navigate the labyrinth of political intrigue, outsmart your adversaries, and make history? Let us begin. Our story takes place in a dimly lit room, the musky scent of conspiracies heavy in the air. A group of men, their faces obscured by the flickering candlelight, stand around a table. The leader of this secret gathering, his eyes gleaming with fervor, is outlining a plot to bring down the Houses of Parliament with gunpowder. Your task in this grand scheme: acquire the necessary gunpowder and firewood, and smuggle them undetected into the Houses of Parliament. To procure the gunpowder, you will need to infiltrate a heavily guarded military base and steal 36 barrels worth. A secret tunnel, known only to your group, will serve as your path into the heart of power. Your adventure begins now. So, what will you do first? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Total blackout painting has been chosen. Look for inconspicuous places to acquire large amounts of powder. Your keen rogue senses come into play as you start considering where you might acquire such a large amount of gunpowder inconspicuously. You know the city well, its bustling markets, shifty back alleys, and guarded armories. You contemplate the possible locations, the docks where shipments often come in, the black market merchants who might have some under their counters, and of course, the military armory. But that would undoubtedly be the riskiest. To determine the most suitable place to acquire the gunpowder, let's see if your intelligence can provide some useful insights. Roll a d20 for an intelligence check. You rolled 11. With an intelligence score of 12 and a roll of 11, you managed to come up with a solid plan. The docks seem like a viable option, as they frequently receive shipments of various goods, and it's probable that gunpowder might be among them. It would also be less suspicious to be seen there compared to the military base or the black market. However, you'll need to be careful, as the docks are often buzzing with sailors, merchants, and guards. Timing will be crucial. Now, how would you like to proceed? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base Ape has been chosen. Tell the men to come with you to scout out the docks. Bring a cart for the barrels. With a decisive nod, you convey your plan to the men. Their eyes gleam with a shared excitement for the upcoming mission. Equipped with a sizable cart, you and your band of conspirators blend into the evening crowd, heading towards the bustling docks. As you approach, the air thickens with the briny scent of the sea, mixed with the musky aroma of various cargoes. Men shout over the cacophony, unloading barrels from a ship under the watchful eyes of a few guards. It seems the dock is as busy as you had predicted. As you scan the area, a specific stack of barrels catches your eye. A faint symbol representing gunpowder is discreetly marked on them. That is your target. Now, how do you wish to proceed with your plan? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Tell them about the fireworks display you're planning to do for the local orphans. Maybe you'll get a discount. Drawing upon your background as a noble and your expertise in deception, you approach the dockworkers with a friendly smile. You spin a convincing tale about a grand fireworks display you're planning for the local orphanage, hoping to get a generous discount or even a donation. However, convincing these hardened workers won't be an easy task. You'll have to rely on your deceptive skills for this. Roll a d20 for a charisma check. You rolled 11. With your charisma score of 8 and a roll of 11, the dockworkers' initial suspicion slowly fades. They exchange glances, and then a gruff, burly man with a weather-beaten face finally nods. We don't mind helping out the wee ones. We'll give you a discount, but don't think you can trick us into giving it all for free, he grunts, pointing at the gunpowder barrels. You've successfully negotiated a discount, but you'll still need to pay a considerable sum for the gunpowder. Now, it's time to decide your next move. Remember, your objective is to transport these barrels undetected. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based Ape has been chosen. Introduce him to your cute dog companion as a distraction while the other men sneak a couple barrel away. Cleverly, you call over your loyal dog companion who has been patiently waiting at a distance, hoping to use the animal's charms as a distraction while your crew sneaks a few barrels away. The rough dockworkers' faces soften at the sight of the dog, their attention drawn away from the precious barrels. But the success of your comrade's sneaky operation depends on how stealthy they are. Roll a d20 for a stealth check for your crew. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16, your crew moves with surprising agility and stealth, blending seamlessly into the background. As you keep the dockworkers entertained with the antics of your dog, your comrades manage to quietly roll away a few barrels, stowing them onto the cart without arousing any suspicion. The cute distraction works wonders, and by the time the dockworkers' attention returns to their duties, you've successfully pilfered a part of the much-needed gunpowder. Now, with a portion of the gunpowder secured, it's time to plan your next move. Remember, you still have quite a bit of gunpowder to acquire. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Pet your dog, and buy some bones for him at your local butcher's. Rewarding your loyal companion for his unwitting assistance in the heist, you stroke his soft fur affectionately. A wag of his tail indicates his pleasure at your attention. With a nod to the dockworkers, you and your group make your way towards the local butcher shop, cart in tow. The butcher, a large man with a hearty laugh, greets you warmly. You purchase a few bones for your dog, which he devours eagerly. After this brief respite, you'll need to consider your next move. You still have more gunpowder to gather, and the Houses of Parliament aren't going anywhere. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The Shademaster has been chosen. Chastise the guards for their lack of attention and demand you personally escort the Remiander to the barracks. Deciding to take a more authoritative approach, you march back toward the docks. With a stern look, you chastise the guards for their lack of attention and declare that you will personally escort the remainder of the gunpowder to the barracks. To pull off this audacious move, you'll have to rely on your skills of deception once more. Roll a d20 for a deception check to see if the guards believe you're an official who has the authority to command them. You rolled 10. With your proficiency in deception and a roll of 10, you manage to portray a sense of authority that makes the guards second-guess their judgment. They glance at each other, a bit unsure, but ultimately they decide not to question your command. "All right, sir, we'll help you escort the rest of the barrels," one of them says, still a bit taken aback by your audacity. As you planned, you now have access to the rest of the gunpowder barrels with a team of guards unwittingly aiding your plot. Let's see how you will use this situation to your advantage. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Carter has been chosen. Remind the guards that I am a federal barrel inspector. Then have my dog do a flip. You maintain your act, reminding the guards that you are a federal barrel inspector. Their eyes widen slightly, clearly impressed by the stature of your supposed position. To add a touch of panache to the situation, you call your dog over and signal for him to do a flip. Your furry companion executes a swift flip, landing perfectly, much to the amusement of the guards. For a moment, even the tense docs seem a bit cheerier. But remember, you're still on a mission. What's your next move? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Between the barrels you discreetly pilfered and the ones you managed to secure under the guise of inspection, you've collected a total of 18 barrels of gunpowder. That's half of what you need. You've made good progress, but you still need to acquire 18 more barrels to meet your target. Remember, your objective is to procure enough gunpowder to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Now, it's time to plan your next move. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. The Shademaster has been chosen. Leave for a path that leads through a secluded back alley to regroup with your comrades. Understanding the need for discretion, you signal to your group and lead him away from the bustling docks. Choosing a path that winds through a labyrinth of narrow, secluded back alleys, you progress cautiously, always aware of your surroundings. Soon, you arrive at a quiet, concealed spot to regroup with your comrades. The barrels are secure, your dog is contentedly gnawing at a bone, and the men are at ease. However, you still have to acquire more barrels of gunpowder. How will you proceed? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Deciding to take your chances at the military base, you stride in confidently. You introduce yourself as an inspector from the Federal Barrel Inspection, FBI, here to conduct a routine inspection of the gunpowder barrels. The guards look at you skeptically. They've never heard of the FBI, but your confident demeanor and quick explanation seem to convince them of your authority. However, stealing from a military base is a risky business. It will depend on how convincingly you play your role and how well you plan your heist. Roll a d20 for a deception check to see if you can convince the guards to grant you access to the gunpowder barrels. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16 and your proficiency in deception, you manage to convince the guards at the military base of your supposed authority. They're a bit hesitant, but ultimately, they don't want to run afoul of any federal agency. The soldiers grant you access to their storeroom filled with barrels. As you inspect them, you spot more than enough gunpowder to complete your mission. Now, you just need to find a way to steal them without raising any suspicions. It's time to decide your next move. How do you plan to get these barrels out of here? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base tape has been chosen. Shake your head and say, "Oh no, this will not do, these barrels need to be removed immediately." With a grave shake of your head, you point at the gunpowder barrels. "Oh no, this will not do," you exclaim with a tone of concern. "These barrels need to be removed immediately." The soldiers look at each other, confusion marring their faces. "But sir, where should we move them?" one of them asks, looking to you for guidance. "What are your instructions? And where do you plan to move these barrels?" Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. A regular VVR speedrunner has been chosen. Tell them I will be taking them with me back to the Federal Barrel Inspection Agency and load them into my cart. With a stern expression, you inform the soldiers, "I'll be taking these barrels back to the Federal Barrel Inspection Agency for further testing." The soldiers look at each other uncertainly, but the forcefulness of your words seems to assuage the doubts. They start loading the barrels onto your cart. With this, you've successfully secured the rest of the gunpowder. Now, you must plan your next move to transport these barrels into the Houses of Parliament. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Make a cart label FBI as a convincing guise. With your quick thinking, you decide to further cement your ruse by creating a label for your cart that reads, FBI. You find some paint and a piece of cloth, and with firm, confident strokes, you create a makeshift sign that adds credibility to your disguise. Your cart now dons the impressive label, adding an air of officialdom that would make anyone think twice before questioning its contents. Now, with the gunpowder secured, it's time to plot your next move, getting these barrels into the Houses of Parliament. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Assure them you will thoroughly search them for gunpowder lice and wish them good day. Take them back to the hideout. With a final nod to the soldiers, you assure them that you will thoroughly search the barrels for the dreaded gunpowder lice. Good day to you all, you bid them, making your exit with the cart in tow. Your comrades follow silently, their expressions a mix of relief and admiration. You lead them back to the hideout, navigating through the maze of the city's back alleys until you're safely out of sight. With all of the necessary gunpowder finally acquired, the next part of your plan can begin, transporting it into the Houses of Parliament. Remember, you still have to convince the guards that you're not up to anything suspicious. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Disguise the barrels as poor orphans you're giving a tour. With a mischievous grin, you propose the next part of your plan, disguising the barrels as a group of poor orphans you're taking for a tour of the Houses of Parliament. It's certainly an audacious idea, and your companions look at you in surprise before breaking into appreciative laughter. You all set to work, finding old clothes to drape over the barrels and even crafting makeshift heads from spare materials. The result is a collection of orphans that, from a distance, could potentially fool a casual observer. With your orphans ready, it's time to head to the Houses of Parliament. Remember, you'll have to convince the guards you're not up to anything suspicious and then light the gunpowder before making your escape. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Total blackout painting has been chosen. Tell the staff that you have to store the orphans a safe distances away from each other, and Parliament is the only building large enough. Arriving at the Houses of Parliament, you approach the guards with your cart full of orphans. You inform them that you need to store the children in separate locations for their safety, and the only building large enough for such a task is the Parliament building itself. To convince these guards of your story, you'll need to rely on your deceptive skills. Roll a d20 for a deception check to see if the guards buy your story. You've rolled 9. With your proficiency in deception and a roll of 9, you're able to portray a sense of urgency and concern that seems to convince the guards. They look at each other hesitantly, but ultimately nod and allow you to proceed into the Houses of Parliament with your orphans. Now, with access to the Houses of Parliament secured, you must find a way to disperse these orphans, in other words, place the barrels strategically for maximum impact. Remember, you need to do this without arousing suspicion. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Look at a map of Parliament, pretend to show it to the orphans. Cleverly pulling out a map of the Houses of Parliament, you pretend to show it to the orphans. You make a show of pointing out different areas of interest, all the while studying the layout to determine the best places to position your barrels for maximum effect. As you plot your placements, the guards watch with indulgent smiles, completely unaware of your true intentions. Remember, the goal is to place the barrels inconspicuously while maintaining your guise. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Have my most trusted ally, make a distraction at the docks with fire, to pull the guards away from Parliament. Turning to one of your most trusted allies, a man known only as you devise a plan to create a distraction. You instruct him to start a fire at the docks, hoping it will pull the guards away from the Houses of Parliament and give you more freedom to maneuver. He nods, understanding the gravity of his task, and slinks away to execute it. Now, all you can do is wait and prepare to move swiftly once the distraction takes effect. Remember, the goal is to place the barrels and light the fuse before you make your escape. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based Ape has been chosen. Tell the staff heartwarming story about these orphans and ask if the staff could escort them. All in separate directions. Spread out real good like. Keep an igniter orphan for yourself. Continuing your act, you gather the staff and share a heartwarming story about the orphans pulling on their heartstrings. You then ask them to escort the children, urging them to take them in separate directions to spread them out, for their own safety, of course. As the staff scurries to carry out your request, you keep back one orphan, a barrel conveniently fitted with a slow-burning fuse. Now, it's time to wait for the distraction to pull the remaining guards away. Remember, the goal is to light the fuse and escape undetected. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Give each of the orphans a farewell kiss. Perfectly playing your part, you bid each orphan a heartfelt farewell, planting a gentle kiss on each makeshift head. The staff watches, touched by your display of affection. Meanwhile, you keep your eyes and ears open for any sign of the distraction you planned. Every moment matters now. Remember, the goal is to light the fuse and escape before anyone realizes what's happening. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base Ape has been chosen. Tell the remaining guards you think someone is planning to blow up Parliament. They're at the military docks right now. With a look of urgency, you approach the remaining guards. You share your suspicion about a potential threat at the military docks and insist they should investigate it immediately. To persuade these guards to leave their posts, you need to convincingly portray your concern. Roll a d20 for a deception check to see if the guards believe your warning and rush to the docks. You rolled 4. Despite your best efforts and a roll of 4, the guards seem skeptical of your sudden warning. Their brows furrow in suspicion as one of them says, "Why would anyone target the docks? We need more than just your word, sir." However, at this very moment, a sudden commotion arises from the direction of the docks. The sky lights up with the fiery glow of your allies' distraction. The guards' eyes widen in shock. "The docks are on fire," one of them exclaims, and without another word, they rush off towards the commotion, leaving you virtually alone with the orphans. You've bought yourself some time. What will you do next? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base Ape has been chosen. Light your igniter orphan and run away giggling like a schoolboy. Grinning widely, you lean down to the igniter orphan and, with a swift strike of a match, light the fuse. The fuse begins to burn slowly, giving you just enough time to escape. With a final glance around the now nearly deserted Houses of Parliament, you start to run, laughter bubbling up from your chest. The giggle grows into a full belly laugh, echoing off the walls of the ancient building as you make your way towards the exit. You've done it. You've set the stage for the explosion. Now, all you have to do is escape before the fuse reaches its end. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Gathering your men, you make a quick stop to grab some popcorn. Your group finds a safe vantage point, far enough to avoid the blast but close enough to witness the spectacle. As you wait, the fuse continues to burn, unseen and unsuspected. The tension builds, each tick of the clock bringing the Houses of Parliament closer to their fiery end. Then, a muffled boom echoes through the city, the ground beneath your feet trembling. Your eyes widen as the Houses of Parliament erupt into a dazzling display of destruction. Flames leap into the night sky, painting it red and orange. The once grand building crumbles, engulfed in a storm of fire and smoke. The sound is deafening, a roar that drowns out everything else. The sight is both terrifying and mesmerizing. Remember, your task isn't over yet. You need to escape the City of London and make your way to Spain. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Have all you men say hee, as without them this plan might not have worked, then do a chicken dance with your men to celebrate. As the Houses of Parliament continue to burn, your group can't help but join in a collective, gleeful hee. The shared laughter echoes through the night, a symbol of your shared victory. In the spirit of celebration, you initiate a chicken dance, your men joining in without hesitation. The night is filled with your laughter and the rhythmic stomping of your dance, the burning Parliament painting a surreal backdrop to your jubilant celebration. But remember, you still need to escape the City of London and make your way to safety in Spain. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Put some marshmallows on a stick to toast in the fire. Eat them for energy before fleeing to Spain. Never one to miss an opportunity, you pull out some marshmallows and skewer them onto a stick. Extending them towards the heat of the distant fire, you and your men toast marshmallows, the sweet treat providing a moment of simple pleasure amidst the chaos. You all savor the sugary delight, the energy and morale boost much needed for the journey ahead. With your stomachs filled and spirits high, your crew is ready to make the dangerous journey out of the city. The road to Spain won't be easy, but together, you're ready to face whatever comes your way. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Based ape has been chosen. Twerk on the flames. Careful not to burn your bum. Sing the lyrics to WAP in the style of Old English. In an impromptu celebration of your achievement, you decide to twerk, careful not to get too close to the flames. Your men whoop and cheer as you display your dance moves, the atmosphere light despite the monumental event that just took place. To add to the hilarity of the situation, you begin to sing the lyrics to WAP, but with a twist. You render the modern song in the style of Old English, your rendition causing laughter to echo through the night. With spirits high and a successful plot behind you, it's time to focus on your escape. The journey to Spain awaits. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. In a voice as rich as a bard's, you begin singing in Old English, a lyrical rendition of WAP. Pour some water in yonder chalice, you croon, for it runs as dry as the desert. I seek a knight of the round table, one whose gallantry outshines the rest. Your men join in, their voices joining yours in a chorus of laughter and song, the lyrics a veiled reference to the modern song you're attempting to imitate. Once the song ends, it's time to leave the burning city behind and set your sights on Spain. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Plague Broker has been chosen. Walk away from the fire in cool slow motion with your men, making your way downtown, walking fast, Spain-bound. Emulating the classic cool move from every action film you've seen, you and your men walk away from the fiery House of Parliament in slow motion. The heat of the flames licking at your back, the night sky illuminated by the blaze, you can't help but feel a sense of exhilaration. You make your way through the chaotic city streets, walking fast with determination etched on your faces. As the familiar sights of London fade into the distance, your journey to Spain truly begins. Remember, your task isn't over yet. You have to escape safely to Spain. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat to choose what the character should do next. Base date has been chosen. Return to the docks to commandeer a ship to escape. With your destination set, you decide the fastest way to Spain is by sea. You and your men return to the docks, the place where your daring plan first took shape. Now, it's a gateway to your escape. The docks are in disarray due to the fire at the Houses of Parliament and the distraction you set earlier. Seizing this opportunity, you scan the area for a ship suitable for your journey. To successfully commandeer a ship without drawing attention, you'll need to rely on your stealth. Roll a d20 for a stealth check to see if you can sneak aboard a ship undetected. You rolled 15. With your dexterity score of 13 and a roll of 15, you and your men move with the stealth of seasoned rogues. You slip through the chaos of the docks unnoticed, making your way to a sturdy-looking ship. With silent efficiency, you and your men board the ship, cast off the lines, and set sail, leaving the burning city behind. As London fades into the distance, Spain and safety await you. With this, your daring plot concludes. You've successfully blown up the Houses of Parliament and escaped the city. Your adventures, however, are far from over. As you sail towards Spain, you can't help but wonder what lies ahead. But for now, you can revel in your victory, forever remembered as the infamous Guy Fawkes. Kaiser Carter has been chosen. Sail away, write FBI on the sails of boat. Have all your men yell who let the dogs out as you get away. Then never shower to smell like Spain. With a triumphant yell, you hoist the sails of the boat, the letters, FBI, boldly painted on them. As the wind catches the sails and pushes your boat further from the burning city, your men join in a raucous chorus of, "Who let the dogs out?" The sound of their voices, the sight of the retreating city, and the smell of the sea fill your senses. You're filled with a sense of accomplishment, of a mission successfully completed against all odds. In anticipation of your arrival in Spain, you and your men decide to forego showers, allowing the scent of your journey to cling to you. As the Houses of Parliament become a distant memory, you set your sights on the adventures that await you in Spain. With the successful execution of your plot and a daring escape, Guy Fawkes' story comes to an end. But remember, every end is also a new beginning. Who knows what adventures await you in the future? For now, relish your victory, enjoy your journey, and always remember the thrill of this unforgettable adventure. The story of Guy Fawkes and his daring plot concludes as he manages to escape the city of London, seeking refuge in Spain. His journey is one of audacity, subterfuge, and relentless determination. From the secret tunnels beneath the Houses of Parliament to the explosive finale, your choices and actions have shaped the course of this thrilling adventure. Remember, it's your support that allows us to continue crafting such immersive experiences. If you enjoyed this journey, please consider supporting us on Patreon. This will help us cover the costs of running such games and keep the channel alive. Also, please like and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in participating in more adventures like this. Sharing our channel with friends and like-minded communities you're a part of is a great way to help us grow and reach more people. For more real-time updates and discussions, we have a Discord server linked in the description. Feel free to join and be part of our community. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Your choices, your story, and your bravery have made this a truly unforgettable journey. Until next time, keep the spirit of adventure alive.